NPP primaries no ye bedi hu komo yie pa esa ne se ne no pools me no na be piem but ne bedi nkomo afa ba ko ho na ya hwe de ko ene de banyere nti ne mpemfo ebetena se ye ne eye owura Dr. Evans Dia of Sanity Africa. I'm going to do the latest poll about on the presidential elections now when it comes to the MPP. And you better won't come on and net anope or babetana sinafe ya go through pools in no the sample sizes no you see in no you be go through you be share the best case, the worst case, and then if possible the probabilistic analysis that goes with it in na they be in na ho enkomo ene e wo fie hanom they call it the triangle distribution when it comes to this particular pools and you know you be hu komo ye pa e wo fie hanom and so no impemfo ebetna say make lawyer Kessben member of the MPP communication officer or Ken campaign team and also bettina sina face next train Bwedi Apia member of the NDC government communications and also bettina see na fe din komo na ahwe de ekọ ene de ba ewo online ne no yen komo no edos ye pa apart from the pool no ye be komo afa the issue Ghana water MD Honorable Adam Muta Wakilu so edaba betu dwa no efa yensuo eko yenum ene bebia sebi ye de dware nyina no the MD for Ghana water se enye asem na aba and the way an MSC corners were critically yanya careful the economy will shut down. Now when he says the economy will shut down ensuo nko etimima economy no shut down dinti okasa no yebeko ne akwakotie na afia hwe de eko but in summer all can ehu yie pa the repercussions that will come when sebi yensuo ehu eka eniema ebe ha dwene ensusuaso ebe nyina no that tells you how the economy will shut down. Factories omuyusu ensuo will now have to be doing rationing. We share even tourism krana ebe ha dwene ye sane se omokra no ensuo yusu a hotels aduane ye noa ene other places ni na no ebe ha dwene ye pa. So it tells you say a long term thing si anya careful ebetumi aha dwene ye pa no ebede hu komo ene ewo fie hanom sa so na Chief Justice Gertrude Tokonum so ne suit na wa file no I have listened to some few lawyers regards to some of these things now or can ho asem and indeed they are saying say misbehavior is misbehavior and also no omobede hu komo ye pa and then we'll see as to how some of these things will have to work for us. And nejumedi ebabedi enimu. Saso ena nesu nebedi nkomo na ya share the ekoso when it comes to government fight on corruption. President Mahama say CCRD Obe Institute a special court to really position so that they can really and truly deal with matters that will come with galamsey and I feel so auditors general report now then day in our parliament tenancy ehwehwe no what would do for what sikebia fa won nsam nyina no the need for you to then see say you do be court no and also ewo hono but first off yenim common yen hwe the MD for Ghana Water Company meka Adam Muta Wakilu the atujwa when it comes to yensuo and how enema AC econo yen share on Kessben TV na face yenema ewo 92.9 on the FM no so no yentie and then on DSTV channel 364 on Go TV channel 121 yen share Honorable Adam Muta Wakilu or the MD Emma Ghana Water na fe yemra back this year
24-month catchment recovery plan to stabilize priority rivers and cut treatment losses. We see the evidence across our treatment plants. Emergency dredging is no longer exceptional. At Oabi last year, 2024, dredging cost about 64 million Ghana cedis. At Mampo, about 13.8 million Ghana cedis was spent in dredging. This intervention kept abstraction channels open, but they require downtime that reduce supply to our communities. Effects of siltation. Siltation breaks the system in several ways. Operationally, we face more frequent shutdown when turbidity exceeds what our system can handle. We pause to clean structures, remove sludge, and wash filters more often, depressing output and reliability. Chemically, water that once responded to alum, that is aluminum sulfate, now demand improved treatment after storm events dominated by fine clays and colloids. Mechanically, abrasive solids erode pumps parts and other structures, leading to multiple breakdowns, premature water, unplanned replacement, and longer workshop queues. Energy-wise, abrasion pumps pushes pumps outside their efficient operating range, so we burn more power to move less water. The West Heat system include Eastern region, Enyinam, Kibi, Osino, and Atimoda on the Brim River, then in Sawam on the Densu. Central and Western regions, we have Dabuasi, Sekrehiman on the Pra River, and Bonsa on the Bonsa River, Kwanyaku on the Ayesu River. In our central region, we have Odasu on the Oda River, Konongo on the Anum River, and Berekesi on the Ofin River. In Upper West, we have Jambuse on the Black Volta. In Volta region, we have Peve and Agodome on the Volta Lake. And Northern region, we have Dalon on the White Volta. Most of these plants in those areas, their intakes are heavily salted. What Ghana Water has done, what have we done? Ghana Water has responded downstream. We intensify preventive maintenance, accelerated filter rehabilitation.
All right, enti owura Adam Muta Wakilu and Amotene kan. So clearly it tells you say yes you and afi so and niema yes say a bon ho ban yie no. We are losing it with speed. It's an say yes you and ho ensem sema all kan nyina no. What it tells you is say yanye careful and niema ebe touchima. Yanye careful ebema eniema enkoyie emayen. And indeed sadia no ene no obobo water bodies nyina yewo across the country from all the regions. What tells you is say anya careful na say yen si sadia we are not quite make illegal galamsey na. What it means is that by in the next few months ahead or years ahead of us, you know, these are the consequences we're going to have, and these are the issues that are going to come when it comes to the galamsey. Therefore, it's going to be a problem, a big problem for all of us to deal with. And you know, Adam Mutawakilu and some all catch from Ghana Water no, and SSC na yedi edi jumano. What it means again is that say anya careful. It means that little by little, in Suni dear, Yebekra, even though you are starting a crabby dear, but see anya careful. Just yesterday, 2 days ago, we're telling you say what is happening at central region where a man put in Kwalano Sebi omo omo adolescent through omo menses and all that, you know, it's going to give them problems. It's giving them those issues that truly it is not working and all that. And for me, I think that it is not something that we need to really be happy about. And you know, Omanpenyi se wutie one kasa o manager MD Emma Ghana Water. This is what he's telling you. Say insuno I say egusu say, and if care is not taken, we're going to have problems. And indeed, TUC also did a rounds, across the same eastern region to tell us, say, it is necessary for the state of emergency to happen. And you know, we don't know whether the NIMOs and all the other things that are really happening, will work through and all that. Later. 7:54 is the time. Kessben 92.9 in our face. So Kessben TV. On DSTV channel is channel 364, and then on Go 121. On Facebook Kessben 92.9. Share, na like, na comment. O commenting no me de ni na no ebe tutwa ama. And then on WhatsApp messages in so no me de so there na so text messages in na so no you can equally also share your views. Ni na no making kind ni na ama. Me de kan e ka kire wo say you be nkomo afa the MPP presidential primaries, there are polls that are really, I mean, going on, and lucky for us, Yensaka Dr. Evans Dia or lead research Sanity Africa or no
no Sanity Africa.
No Sanity,
No.
Oh, okay.
So mine is purely an academic research that has been done. So
academic one that you did.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
Okay.
All
right. Nice one. So, Doc, that's say from Waba. We didn't say we be able to. Right. Now I've gone through the MPP presidential primaries now. I think this one is saying is a second public research that you've done. When you say public research, as such as saying.
So basically, this research, you did kind of to bet me about next slide. So
okay, they'll push to the next slide for us.
Yeah, did kind offer. Let's go to the next one.
Okay, the next one, the next slide. Okay, all right. Good.
Inti stay what has
okay.
Inti currently offer 2023 or more patron ko toaba no. You 204,893. And a amendment or MPP amendment comes here for former appointees, MCs, DCs, executive
increase the number.
But that amendment is now going through verification. Until as such September no na umumbeka ho. Until we to about 2023 na
okay.
Sa album no and the year research.
Okay. They were almost about 204,893.
And this is all constituencies across the whole country. So all 16 regions, all constituencies.
Okay.
Out of it in August year 20,000.
Okay.
And in September year 26,150. So August year 10% and September. So this is from 22nd September to 5th of October. And year about 12.7%. Now to put it in perspective, polls about bonten, majority of them it be sample size is 2,600, 2,200, 3,000. Most of them ain't more than 1.something%. In fact, we do 2% in poll. But polls now is a minimum so far. The first one was 10%, and this one is 12.7%. And in terms of sample size and significance, polls are more significant and closer to the reality. It is also representative because the say quota sampling technicalities, but simple before the proportional. And now say proportional very easy for people to understand. The chances say ABR constituency we 1,400. The constituency for France you 400. Now you be a coefficient of 10% na year. And the constituency we find 140 a sample. The constituency where 400 you find 40. The reason we are doing that na say if we be population density constituencies na nyepe. Regions ne so enyepe. Inti okofa die 1,400 or 400 na die 400 or 400 enye very representative. Inti making sure say sample size na ye pekene kwa represent exactly the nature of the population density na ewo no. Memom ne kwaye bako ye frɛ ne obi an nya no. Inti ye wo nipa 6,282 aye obu on ma ye frɛ bako unreachable na omo maka unavailable. Unreachable no ebia net phone number ne kwa wo album nim no. When you phone ni obi on months of this share match wasesa phone na ira obi on so a mistake omo input no me mistake and e wo unavailable nipa no wa frɛ no sebios me wa sorry no wadwuma mintumi ne onkasa sankofo no ebi obe try back me no wantumi ne na akasa omo nyina ye factor omo and e account for which is 6,200 ye ma nipa 120 ana ne omo ye sedwuma enti for now no oba delegate na enti say Ghana for betuma akasa we fie ni delegate album name ma address into phone numbers into calls and calls no me laptop or as many audios you want to listen to you refer be quality assurance adwuma no mo ye supervisors lecturers no be in no we about 6 ebi kura nye MPP for, ebi nye partisan, ebi whatever. Until we all supervise it. But sometimes, you know, opese oye quality assurance. Until nipa no eye corner ye mane record bi. But it's not ethical say the betuja.
Sure.
Until you keep you for quality assurance and have so many over 1,200 and only pick a certain number. Until every day be no sample of maybe a mama sample of 100. Every day you have to send a minimum of 20 audio recordings, and all of these ones are them. We will go through how a year no. You will team A, team B, and team C. Our research team so and how our year me work with. But you to me no public. But for journalists, I'm a say credible and pass a year. I walked you through all of that in Patreon.
That's fine. That's fine. Okay. So what it means is that
until
120 we're on the field to do the job.
And now, you don't exceed 5 minutes.
Okay.
I will say we'll make sure so within 5 minutes for you. But on the average, you need about 3 minutes per person. Or to me, should be very passionate, no person or kasa. Me person me too my way because of this na hands. Nipa no. It should be information on them and important. So we allow the person.
Yeah, because I was going to ask you, sir, less than 5 minutes. Would it be enough for somebody to take a decision? No. Just 3 minutes.
So we are not convincing anybody. It's not supposed to even.
Or just a straight question.
It's 3 questions. The first question is Mpacho. So we introduce ourselves. Mpacho, yeah, research. Yeah, MPP4. So first we identify that we are MPP people. Yeah, supporting camp A and camp B and camp C. Yeah, researcher. Yeah, once research be about bonten. Baby so be amfro be. Me research yeah. Even me wo screenshot one constituency. Omukucha me call no. A phone number editor say obi fremo nti mamo responded.
Wow.
For a whole constituency back in Ashanti region, back in Greater Accra, the Tuomo constituency platform so.
Okay.
Nti me say my second person in a coffre and a third person and me and kasa me say free before we could get the data because no money omudun say bi obi na check say umbeto man and answer. So later omu say they started to speak to us.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Then worst case scenario best into the young main way in my church mo.
Okay.
But hane ye brofu bebre.
Yeah.
Higher limitations.
Okay.
I have to acknowledge bias be a won't be and also handy and patron bet me next.
All right.
And research methodology ethics handy. We can stay here for now.
All right.
Handy. First and foremost, nipana ye free from in the worst case scenario no nipana say metro amanti bi so in same for me first on patron 2023 one out to wabama no patron yen hwe say Honorable Kennedy in Japan, Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, and engineer Kwabne J. Japan. Sani Pami and Samina 2023, Omuyi Omenim, so Mopese, Omulidi MPP. A buy and a became but at the end of the day, in 2023, we are not supposed to get an answer for the two because no one can hold.
Sure.
Into 2023, the Hano or Mon can hold.
Agreed.
Now you are back 2026. 2026 in the patrol, send the penumi. Why now beto abaman? Was metro ma A and a B and a C near the Noswato. The third question said, so candidate our person to man no, so candidate no, why drinks the son a one one? Candidates 9 a cano, a moon wine now here wo, obeto aba, a diamano. And tell you the next best alternative. Me patch umina MPP for this a family match. We in 10 Ubia Sebi, Honorable Kennedy Japan from 90s. Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, running mate, vice president, Dr. Brian Champon, Obeye, national security, or minister, Omina, Bomb board engineer, Dr. Enti Omina, Bibi, to say, so Tuma, why now beto abaman? But this is where confusion, no? Once a nipa be more framing me musa, and it's good say me and I like that. In Timpacho Osha, as the worst case scenario, no, and no ye pepe. And 2% me, I always tell people say best case scenario, no, a interpretation. Worst case scenario, it is the raw data as it is. And it's a situation where no, as of September, say na in Kofukua ye fro mono, esi umbetu maba ako. Now, ufa sa worst case scenario na higher 94%.
Yeah, 94%.
In Nipa Bibi say it doesn't tally, but also I can kind of kakra notes wo I say undecided ni undisclosed near 6% in Tibet 94 no one then I 100% but 94 plus 6 now 100%. The reason I'm for undecided ni undisclosed I'm when you say in the best case scenario no me ba be church and no be ka ho in that case no anyhow Nti offer the worst case scenario according to the delegates no so ombeto omabako. Honorable Kennedy Ohene Japan, 44.11%.
Yeah.
Now, your August polls now no 41.
Okay.
And we're starting a tour, especially your bar swing regions no bono ahafo, ana bono east.
Okay.
Uti any savannah,
Okay.
Sapphire way swing.
Okay.
A honey very tight, BBA to miss you.
Okay.
Into offer Augusta, not August, not Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, swing regions no
ADD. Okay.
Anna, Honorable Kennedy Ohene Japan, koye ne tour, ewo or koye 3 out of the Bono East Bono and a half no. Mienu say Honorable Kennedy Japan, I be taking lead no. But Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, so I also a free was a CA.
Yes.
Into now no.
So the tendency is that
and also
something
can change no is there.
Okay.
Into this is as at September. Into
Okay.
the be come say a snapshot.
Okay.
And yet predictive. We is September sem pick information, never make a decision. Idea a man. Into 90,000 or 44 into we increasing. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia in
August.
In August, no 39.09.
Okay.
In fact, no 78. Now, also abandoning. Into ocean year 39.09 no, about 39.55. So also we're calling him kakra, but on say a less than 0.4%.
Yes.
But ha a more than almost 3%.
Yes.
And in fact, there has been a significant increase here and a marginal increase. But what it means is that if he wants to, he has to do more. If he wants to get 50 plus 1, so also needs to push him more.
Okay.
In research, what is happening is the momentum is more on this side.
Okay.
There is an increase by a gradual.
Okay.
Then you come to Brian Champon. Surprisingly for me, in September, or no drop a year.
Okay.
Because in August he was at 8%. Or drop it about 6.
Because there were the new entrants na ebe mono.
May I sure said, I mean, from the, you could say said there was Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia co-Eastern, and MP, the MPs for so be declared in this There's a question of loyalty, organic support, and other stuff. It affected him especially, and the vote majority now were Eastern.
Okay.
And to say Eastern who can ne akano, and that's what accounted for this. Dr. Yao said Duchum, a increase, no, I'm 4. No, I'm 2. You see, when I'm 3. It means that we're banning him. And also, the message is resonating with some people. Engineer Kwabena Japan then vote from 0.3, but Uchum said a back and Nima also orchestra. Now, in the best case scenario, what is happening in the best case scenario is a patrol, and it's a disclaimer. Me, I'm a researcher. I'm a strategist, so you have to let people know the biases, the disclaimers that has to be. What is actually happening is a way interpretation of 3 variables. The next best alternative, which is a third one, and the next best alternative. The undecided, the undisclosed.
Okay.
How did we do this? The next best alternative. Me patrol. Oto waba Emma Hwan. Anna, se nipa na opese oto waba mano no. Se wadwin se sa won ho a hwan na obeto waba no aman. And only the next best alternative. Patricia do. Se me se metwa ma A, but madwin se sa metwa ma B a. It means that A lose me. And a B enyame.
Yeah.
Now Patrick Braba can say maybe in just a second.
Okay. Back to
just 10 seconds. Back to it.
All right. We just have to go back to
just some few seconds.
The best case. Okay. So what it means is that so Obi kase West scenario. Obviously the one leading loses.
No, exactly. Into the one now or into question among folks and say Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Actually that's question on Musa. Osha is a negative.
Yes, negative. Yeah.
And then but the thing is this, and yet individual best case scenario. The individual best case scenario there and then do 100%. It means that Ubia be increasing.
Okay.
And a contest, we are looking at the contest where people increase from the September and the say A be increase here, B be increase here, C be increase here, how would they go? And how do we account for that? Yeah, Busa delegate and says, "Oh, to my candidate we are why now better, and in doing that, no majority of them, no, you could see say almost switch from Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia the most because remember, I said no 61%.
Yes,
he was a flag bearer. No, even the 2020, okay, 61, yes. And Honorable Kennedy Japan 36. Yes, 2023.
Yes,
and he became the flag bearer.
Sure.
And he is the main contender.
Yeah.
And as a matter of fact, you know, I mean, you see simple analogy. Yeah, now what train your mama per se simple. Mikuta body mienu, ye nipa miensa, and I'll be a kuta mienu. Body ne kuta ina yensia. Say sia ne kuta no, se see yes, me ambitious or say me come ni miensa anaya. Say me come ni miensa, obi mienu ne beba be come me de no. Until once someone is gaining, someone has to pay, someone has to lose. Because 100% a cake and a yeche. Until say me minya more, you be dear na be come ho. Until in the best case scenario for the contest no, was everybody is gaining, no more train free baby. But two times the majority need train day. And it is normal because Opeke Dr. Yao said Duchuma. Ashanti region, for example, on an spearheaded BBR, most of the things, Emma Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia during the previous election, Dr. Brian Champon said similar thing. And it's a more train, why no more train more? Say in case they are growing, Engineer Kwabene Japan, why no train more? Now there is something that we discovered with Honorable Kennedy in Japan, the base now. Because of the recent shutter fest, and maybe I'll use that one. Or might say shutter movement.
Okay.
They don't flinch, they don't switch, they don't change.
They are constant.
They are constant. Most of them. And in Far Eastern say, nipa 20 must switch it from or Maba Brian wa. Emu 18 if free Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Maybe a 1 and a 2 pay and a free her. What it means is that the rate of switch from him no less, but the rate of switch no more. And
Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia
because he was the flag bearer, he was the main candidate. A year in Nanka, Sebi confidence level that's war higher. It is saying you who Kufado against Alan in 2020, after 2008, 2012 now. Nanka was say emphatic, but you could see that this contest is keenly contested. Because confidence level no any the same view.
Okay.
And normally it's attributed to the 1.7 million other matters that comes
okay. All right. Yanko the next one and I check. Okay, so this is the national results.
This one no compare say as at September.
Okay.
Honorable Kennedy Japan which me are 44. 44 is the reality.
Okay.
But our potential so to me could do 53. That was the reason why during the press release I stated say for the September, and I'm saying this for September polls, no, if there is anyone who beat me across 50+1, according to the extrapolation and research, it is Honorable Kennedy in Japan because none of them is crossing. But over blue now, you can see say as of September, Obi Andrew 50+1. And what it means is that there could be a probable runoff.
Okay.
And it's a runoff Burma. Next time, Nipa Miensa
did the determinant for
Nipa Miensa. However, this person as a September, Honorable Kennedy in Japan as a September no, is having that potential to get 50+1. And in that case, no, all he has to do is to look at DNA what's a me free her. Already, why 41 August and wako 44.
Okay.
So maybe the message is going well, maybe, and he's now touring into between. But or no tall, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia so tall.
So maybe in the potential.
Exactly. Also, just amount for saying said this research there shouldn't be any sentiments attached to it. Okay. It's just at a period.
Okay.
It can switch negatively or positively, but for me. Say say research way no ye picking say senior no next say a switch every here and say 44 for August na ya bad December ya biem na a switch about 34 I reported 34 as it is.
Okay.
I reported but has a kosra me nka say August no leady, September no leady, until December no leady. No. Data is data.
Okay.
Until the worst case now me send it na that is what I'll report it here.
All right. Okay. So it means that the red ones are not just potential.
Yes, potential.
Probable to see
exactly.
Exactly.
Okay. And we know just assistance.
Okay. All right. So this is the worst case and the best
case scenario.
Okay.
Until like I explained, one has to give for somebody to increase.
Okay.
And there is one case Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia DNS as the other people increase.
Oh, okay.
But we can move on to the next one.
But okay.
And this is the regional
level results.
No?
Okay.
But how a worst case scenario? Yanko another one.
Okay.
Another
this is
one.
The best case.
I'll leave people to read that one.
Okay.
But
all right.
The next one.
Okay.
Stay or has it.
All right.
Into Upeke Ashanti region as it stands today. Ashanti region is keenly contested. Contested.
Very.
So what is happening is that where it is keenly contested, nobody is crossing 50%.
Exactly.
Because we shouldn't be free. So Ashanti region, Honorable Kennedy Japan has increased in Ashanti region. Dr. Yao said Duchum has increased. Dr. Banchampon dropped. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia dropped. That's in Ashanti region. Upeke Ahafo and Bono in August, you could see Ahafo and Bono and Blue East. Then Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia will lead around that place. However, Ahafo has been confirmed as of September for Honorable Kennedy Japan.
Okay.
Bono has been confirmed for him. But Blue Easter, they are still with Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Okay. And this is after Honorable Kennedy Japan call.
Okay.
What it means is that his message went down there with them.
Okay.
Ahano Crown Pono were increasing, but still Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ne leadi ewo message has to still go down.
But was that now can say Dr. Bawumia so alcohol.
How so and
the next
measure
exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah, no so
and only disclaimers
maintaining
exactly.
Okay.
Because this one we call it under monitoring and evaluation. We look at action against impact.
Okay.
Into Nipan wakoho. But this is something that we should know in politics. There's strategy. Your action can be counterproductive. Into which me I did be say Bemawenya vote. Now counterproductive. For example, some of the revelations through this post now. You will know some of the candidates in Crawford Chom who share Jane say buano. And no mum manipano unpopular.
Okay.
But they make an say. Until you need to measure action when I'm me taking a bear me said what is going to make the difference Nipani message.
Okay.
Candidates nina what is their message?
Okay.
Personality.
Okay.
What is your personality? DNA found and the last thing who hear your moment and how they behave around this period. You see, you don't want to give an impression say uni nipa no mubegu man and nipa no mubegu man no me hand time and nipa no people need to know into your core team and the people, and you need to start disciplining people if you have to. Into some of these things, I'm for sure, and all of these things will go down and will affect.
I get it.
Into Usha Central, they are still staying within. Easton was a surprising part.
Yes.
So Easton in August was Brian who was leading, and then by September no. Net Brian had dropped kakra.
Okay.
Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia gain kakra.
Okay.
Into mo tre omohono. Kennedy Jina baby Ojina no better number 1. The name sem patro dey make what say. Say ye prayer there me Jina 7. Ana we Jina 8. Na we Jina 2. The only 2 no beji 2 fi 8 on 8 in beba 6. Na we about 4. But me 7 them that Jina 1. Na me dey abedi kan. And what happened is whilst they were 15 MPs and this and that. Na why na Honorable Kennedy Japan. Ebefem. Me patro on there me patro. The same thing Greater Accra there is still staying with him and it keeps increasing. Northeast.
Greater Accra, right?
Oh, Greater Accra keeps increasing.
50.76.
While we saw this, the next best alternative in Greater Accra is big.
56.
Yes,
very huge.
Yes, many of them are considering him. Northeast, Dr. is emphatic. That's one percentage.
Very huge.
And I say in the coup.
Yeah.
But a Honukwa was surprising. We had a lot of undecided and undisclosed.
Wow.
Until we had to push to so that Yabenya Kakra to be able to work with the data and so on and so
okay.
forth.
All right. That's fine. So these are the dynamics.
These are the dynamics and how they represent into Osha heat map now. You can see say as northern region and the
no DMB afa.
Exactly. Anna Kennedy is also consolidating. Eventually, these places now. The swing,
the fight is here.
The fight is here, yes.
To gain the numbers and all that. Okay.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. All right.
Basically, that's
basically these are the ones that is there. Until the attorney said by December, mobile another one to tell us what is going to happen.
Not necessarily December, but you person coming we now.
Okay.
So we December, we January first week, first week. We want to measure the final impact. Until your situation, to me at all. So money to me, we never cut 2 weeks to a battle now still near Bay. Because you want to see the impact after Nippon leaving. Because we share August to September assessor. Until Dr. Mahmoud Baumi again Kakra. Honorable Kennedy of Japan again Bibre. Dr. Bernard Chambo Adrope Kakra. Dr. Yao said the truth again Kakra. Engineer Kwabne wageni Kakra. Until message no. Ebe determine your ma Bibre. Until Honna make us say Kibenya and Kepson could be a we. Until Ofra na fede. Delegate no met you be until by that time no, but there's also a high probability say bebenya undecided ni undisclosed no ebekosho because that time no ususu obeyi nanim but the more obeyi omenim so there by that time no obeyi until still will be able to check.
Okay, but the undecided ebe also
we are looking
you look at it
undisclosed mom
undisclosed
because on said to the be an umunim the candidate be person or yemano until all be declare and all be can we until but still no we have a way yes be many people for us afre yes some will for afre yes until by the fourth one no you push here yenya baby any panagina and then we'll do that until this is the quote I have given to you
always say
numbers tell us who is ahead until Juma no say check who is ahead
strategy decides
who stays ahead
numbers tells us who is ahead. Strategy decides who stays ahead.
So the work here is strategy.
It's a strategy.
And it's a research it is free insight. Yours is not to waste time to criticize. Pick it.
Okay. But Dr. Ansel, people have said that your research, normally these things will happen, and I really want you to just clear it that people feel it is Ken team that has sponsored you to do this one.
So for me, whenever anybody says such a thing, I don't blame them. It's political season. People have to please their paymasters, say things they have to say. First and foremost, I'm saying this on record. I didn't take a penny from anybody to do the first research or the second research. I have not and I would not. What will happen is that when your work is good, you start getting calls.
Sure.
And I'm getting calls from all over. Before I did the research, and I'll put this disclaimer right here, I never had any encounter with Honorable Kennedy of Japan.
Okay.
I met him for the first time. That was, I'll check the dates. There was a program in Kumasi. I was a keynote speaker in my university.
Okay.
And then he came there. Right after that, I became US. That was the first time Honorable Kennedy of Japan saw me speak. For the first time. Before that time, I don't have any relationship, rapport, nothing with him. I have said this, I am an interested party. Sebio, NPP, during December, me a video, I remember Dr. Mahmoud Baumi Abaso, a promoting. I sat on radio, on TV, campaigning for him everywhere. And I come from the roots of Dr. John Kuma.
Okay.
So Dr. John Kuma, I was one of the brains behind his work at now Oye.
Okay.
And Dr. John Kuma had a camp. And he said, "Binka onukwa wo baby a kebeye baby a nipa be." And what happened is that election by Bedru, I wanted to stay absolutely neutral. I didn't want to join any camp, do anything. Then you get a call. I'm saying, Pacho, Mama, I'm saying, no, we want you to join us. Then you get a call from another camp. You tell them you want to stay neutral. They say you want to join. I'm saying, no. Me, I have. In 2024, I remember telling in Penifuni Bise, and Kuye, and the little research I made here and any analysis, it looks like we may lose with over 1 million.
Okay.
When I told them, no, so we are doing everything, so I realized, as a person, I need to do a research for myself. So first one here was not public, it was 8,000.
Okay.
I don't remember people shake kakra. Because me, yeah, you know, the Honorable Kennedy in Japan was leading.
Okay.
And the man saw me for the first time. And then that was when I met and that was just this year. Into meaning new relationship, I don't know anything. And then the other side, another comes, you know, also invited.
Okay.
More friend, maybe at 10 a.m. you be to me casa for about 3 hours, 4 hours, and I decided. So as of today, I don't belong to any camp.
Okay.
But the research was for me to make a decision.
Okay.
So I have not decided yet.
You've still not decided.
Yeah, sure.
When are you deciding?
It depends, but may share because you see, sometimes when people attack you, it makes decision even easier.
Okay.
I hope you are getting it. And I've seen even my own friends, because the polls did not go in that way. No, you see people are changing the hand. It's part of it. For me, I have a very tough skin. So
you will not be surprised if you join the Ken.
If I join
the Ken team.
Oh, this is the whole thing. As it stands today, I've not decided yet.
Okay.
So let me look at how the trend goes.
Okay.
And I'll give a response to them. Because they still want to. Look, they want me to take part. Thank you so much.
I'm sure say who be the last one to say beba. Doctor Evansdria and you know Eddie and Komono Pusa or my regarding the MPP primaries, you know, and who come here Kessben 92.9 and face so here Kessben TV meeting the Amansanson for Kojo Preko Dankwah on DSTV's channel 364 and I face on Go TV channel 121 and then on Facebook and 92.9 Kessben 92.9 and Pachoko like it na face no comment me the comments na ebeba na face share page no emame na yendi enkomo ye pa bosseba a misty go zongo so far as the rock as in the middle of the sea, it doesn't mean it's a crocodile. So President Mahama should stop imposing more taxes on Ghanaians because he promised to abolish taxes. And now look at what is happening in the country. High increase in utilities and now water bodies and the forests are being distressed. So let's come together and vote against them in 2028 elections. Regards to Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Baumia, the MPP flag bearer, hopeful, Honorable Mavis Hawa Kumsin, MPP National Women Organizer, hopeful, and then Kwejon Safwa Poku, Onosone Ode Ebaye Enono. Now this one says that the man is good in polls. It's true they have to vote. Ken, I am Alan. I'm from Alan camp, but now I support Ken. One for Woodin and Kahon, but Odia would ebaye and no. And then I have another one here from Abbas Amogobo offense or say the AG and the OSP must bring Ken Ofori Atta and prosecute him. He can't destroy this country and expect to go scot-free. Or no dia or de ebaye and no. Mamin can we enfi eye Kwablanvi Benghazi of eye Atiavi in the Volta region or say why the red notice is not giving signal to Ken Ofori Atta. He is still hiding in UK and that is disrespectful to the law of our land. Office of a special prosecutor has not been serious on Ken for attack case. Or no dia or de ebaye and no. My main can when I fame call a Ziga Hoff for Ziga stake. This one says OPK patriotic voices go so sorry. I say regards to Dr. Digitalization Bawumia, incoming flag bearer of the MPP 2028, and Mr. Abrokwa Anto, incoming MP for Banda. Then he says that it is very shameful, incompetent, clueless, and deceitful that Mahama NDC government came out with press conferences to disgrace Honorable Ken Ofori Atta on corruption, but after so many months can't prove a docket with evidence in court to prove him guilty, and a bipartisan committee must investigate OSP in squandering taxpayers' money without Ghanaians benefiting from the office. Mahama and the NDC lied for power and now reaping what they sow as the worst government in the history of Ghana. And then with so many hardships in Ghana, so let us resist this will process through for voting for MPP. Dr. Baumia asked President to save us from this bad governance. And then he says regards to Amankwa Ejare Isaac Inkamen MPP Bono and other host of people Uchiomo Ewahan. Well, text messages in our face, so your WhatsApp messages in our making kind of right here. This one quick one before I move, or say good morning, Mr. Host. Like the sister dress versus okay, I don't understand what you're saying. But on also idea or they buy and no. I didn't know enche yene ziga bedi in common ziga stake na fi ahwe de eko Kayepko Ventures se men kan cho wo se wa wo pese wo tu kwan na wo pese wo ko amanone wa wo pese wo ko adesua anaso so ko ye adwuma e wo amanone no me kan cho se Kayepko Ventures wo honom o metimi abo ma bibia tumi akoyi ama so pese wo ko so ahwe ene adesua and afi se adwuma dia the best place I know be din komo in terms of your visa and afi so ye akwantu hu nsem no Kayepko Ventures. Now Kayepko Ventures, you know, number one when it comes to issues of visa home and you mean any acquaintu home. So and I will pay affordable Japanese cars pana with flexible payment terms. Kayepko Ventures for NSO no more AD and common. Omitima boy ye pomo anya market deeper life junction. A honum ena omo ewo from on 0556 735 422 0556 735 422 and our face is 0556 702834. Now we need Kayepko Ventures for ND and common. So and Chepam if you have Chepam, some men can show say say ope the best tailor na one no edin common. Na wapimpa Montaria Mount in Taria na obeshano sono kama fit 2 years na midi fitting me padia na ye chepam ns on your edi and common say ye adwumam say ye party say ye church say ye funeral occasion ben na woko upesa upama Taria na fitu na ekoyie ma padia ye chepam enkomo na menu edi sisiano ko awoshi market honum na owo and aso se friend on 020 683 7738 020 683 7738 na woni chepam ND and common na chepam do betima ya ma wan se obetima ba wo fe se bia wunya botre ntumi ma wo de friend keke wo friend na obeba wa beji material so ni material so a obepe bi no de pam ni na ama obesusu kama opam wie so a ona ka say delivery no so ama kama wo shout to me say yes what share tare papa chepam and one sem and America chona I wish you market a honum and a war chepam or see your custom tailoring 020 683 7738 na one no ND and common yen call na fe ye ne ziga ending common ziga stake na fe ye wia impemfo atena se ora net train body appear member government communication team of the NDC watena se lawyer Kessben so ebetena se sisi ana fe ye den komo no ahyehye so na yahwe de eko nyina bransa na no ziga de ziga stake no ebre brought to you by Doc Activated Charcoal DOK Doc Activated Charcoal and de ziga stake ebre ziga mache bibia bokọ de
yeah boss nyame adom mara kwa bia bokọ
nice na erade adom kakra yeguso ankasa unhusa
fina mafio
unhusa meso mafio
yes but we are back in business to do business quickly mame acknowledge nkophobia adibidi amame
okay
honestly speaking papa bi e friend no Jerry Atakpa our Adisada college that time I was there na we share reception on the mind because of the TV people see us it's reception on the mind na manage right Jerry Atakpa and the IT personnel at this college
okay
and Mr. Paul accountant at this college
okay and
Mr. Gong mathematics teacher at this in fact they gave us a very good reception
okay
last Saturday
okay
send we take Kessben on the fact when you
right. And then quick one before betwa so cry no I'm hearing report say a fire outbreak again e wo Kantamanto and pay kasa a fire outbreak e wo Kantamanto CCA but we're going to give you details as to what is really happening there can't be your correspondent no edu hono na fe yeah the up to date now but there's fire outbreak e wo Kantamanto CCA make say yenko na fe mbra
or that lati Mr. Datelati or a Japan house dodo na fe no father go slow or VIP station you fe no or Datelati Japan House. Also with here pa to be a church. Yes, boss.
Yes, I meet you.
Ural and Chamati. United Party.
Yes.
I'm happy that finally, what made the movement, you know, Adania Babe United Party. We thank God for that. Now, ye pese Ural and Chamatin or building a third force political party. A third force political party, a Bema God of Woni Daso. A third force political party, a bedroom rebino. Obi nipa beka say we are sick and tired of fed up with NDC and LPP. So let us give this political party a chance. A political party that one day, bet me a catch me basse. Papa bi a fan olo ayi John Kojo Preko Obebete party bi de nkofo ntimi anye. Obi ababete party a na aguno. Sa papa we de obebete party de be rest power. Edi free NDC NPP are dominated from 1992. That is what I'm looking forward to see. Ra Alan Chamati Ebeye. A third force that will open the box of hope for all Ghanaians. A third force that will criticize NDC and NPP. Will criticize both the political parties. NDC is in power. Adi Bia NDC Baya. Bia ne the great transformational you better say plan ebebra anase bia enkoyie no. Obie na no won ka because of your opposition party. Sem PPA business enkoyie a momu ni so ma baba mu da o ma ntimi anye criticize them. But ekoye say party na wode aba no say political party bi nti do buy say NPP nti do buy a oba wasam abonopo I'm telling you. Oba wasam kese pa abonopo within 8 months. Because listen, I have heard one of their communicators. The United Party came to replace NPP. And Orua Bakman Swakase, Orua Lanchamatin, and I said, you is far better than Omo contested for New Patriotic Party flag bearership. They have to be very careful. Jamaica, what I say. In this country, your history, our politics, and twist it and turn fahun. Because Obia, our opposition, see a party out of him and tank cannot. But the Obia, our power, and Obia, sa a party, party, our political power, our power. So be woman quite party, next or contest ya. That person in your problem. Classic example here, 2000 election. Ura Yiguzitan formed NRP. The NRP was formed out of NDC. They disturbed NDC. NDC went to opposition. Jamaica what I say. We saw the National Rollins in 2016. The National Democratic Party was formed from NDC. But they disturbed NDC. And NDC went to opposition in 2016. And Oral and Chamati movement for change in the year 2024. He came out of NPP and obeyed the NPP elusive power. But Obia or opposition, tell you, a political party opposition. Now what tell who the free moi? Sometimes and time fly. If the idea is to disturb that political party, and time fly, because if you watch somebody like Ora Yaobeda Samoa, DFP, Yaobeda Samoa, how he was, our NDC muno, what shall the Roman know ye were NDC mu, how popular he was in the NDC, any the gurus are no NDC, what you are the Babatan, what the former Democratic Freedom Party no. It is even higher and powerful than Alan Chamatendian, but they could not stop National Democratic Congress from wresting power in 2008 elections. Jamaica, what I say, we have seen it. We have seen it. Then we have had some political parties and conform opposition. Why? Because of the incumbency quota deficit. Wobia or no opposition. Debiano or you're comfortable because a criticism and or deba. He has nothing to lose. Jamaican what I say, they have nothing to lose. Eti so ordinary baby yes say new patriotic party to no about to say the call for communicators ne no. Next one be open the box of hope for this country for say ye be buana be build this party na be third force. Now dachi if you become fed up with NDC and MPP and you be agina dia and oba wa sama bonopo. Okay. Rural and Chamati party no e betimi so agina. Se betimi agina it will also determine from the NPP for flag bearer race no. Okay. Because how it will end will help Ural and Chamati. Say eko NDA national doctor Kojo Preko William Alan Chamati party no be wa sama bonopo. Ti asma bi kedi.
Na fesi mame.
Oba wa sama bonopo.
Okay.
Say Dr. Baumia winning, which I believe that will win. Say Dr. Baumia winning. Next a question ko ba ho then Alan Chamatin will have something to fetch from Canada Japan's camp. Maybe that's where I see it.
Okay, all right.
The American what I say. That's what I see it.
Okay.
So Alan coming to this contest should be a Ghanaian party. A party say oba betche bibi say dachi bido yanka say NPP NDC ntime moaye. Okay. But be any pa kakra bi say de ani ba be si new patriotic party so ama yabe disturb omo dia te say yankofo kan dia. I want him to shame people. Okay. And you kwaso man nkofo ye vindicated. Okay. Enti o make sure say or be a political party that will bring hope to this country rather than say ebia obe disturb nkofo. Okay. And yes adia you will surely have your friend say a problem. Okay. Yes. All right. But I say Ziga and this Ziga Steak no Ebrayan 8:42 is the time. Ziga Steak was brought to you by Doc Activated Charcoal. Doc Activated Charcoal. DOK Activated Charcoal. So what a stomach problems. It may find a indigestion, gas, bloating, and I feel so ulcer, and I feel so a general discomfort. A year with Tommy Mua me pacho a DOK Doc Activated Charcoal. And I will Doc Activated Charcoal and I will call na one na etumi aboa ye pa. Yen ma ye kun a fungi, toxins, bacteria, na face so gas, virus, na face so acid in no. Doc Activated Charcoal flashing na out naturally. Ama hu etoma hu esano pa. Yen ma ye du fie a didi sabi enwumre ekoning na no. Me ne eye nature na no ye du fie be 9. Ni ya tie one tie so a ye be ka so didu abontin to na kwa bibie wo ho enti no ubedi udi wi ampacho kan hunu se Doc Activated Charcoal wa rest kakra no no bobi one nom charcoal ni bi wonom a wokoda wo ye kama wo sore bibia eye fine sa so mo amoko eye itching indigestion na face so ye food poisoning na no skin rashes me pacho eye DOK Doc Activated Charcoal and na wonsa ebeka 100% natural ema eye mpanyin ene nkwala nyina eno ntini pacho ye nentem na kopebi na to the name is DOK Doc Activated Charcoal na kopebi obeko eye pharmacies bebre ya wonsa beka me Love Life Pharmacy Kumase edi pharmacy Kumase sa na Pure Leave Kumase Colina Kumase and Anana Boachitema, Amen Satakrade, Joe Bennett Pharmacy, or Aya Sunyane, and I face to Delight Pharmacy, Kufridia, Wodama Pharmacy, and what Aya Ashamana face to Pharmacy Shop will be a Ben will be on Sabekemo, Kanshi Drug Lane, so on Sa Ebekemi. Friend number was 0598 206885, 0598 206885, and I face to 020 66166220. 020-661-6620. Now only a Doc Activated Charcoal for Indi and Komo na yenshare the betumi ako amao ye pa. 8:45 is the time. Nettrain atena sing a body appear. Member government communication team. On also atena se babe di nkomo na afia hwe de ko ene de ben na lawyer sebe esobe tena se nche na afia ye de discussions no so ahyehyɛ so ba Nettrain wa ha de ye be sha stay na afia ye di nkomo ye pa Nettrain bi abɔkɔ de. Nice. I read them kakra yeguso ankasa. Yeguso ankasa bibia betimi akoyi amaye. Me nim say me ba no you were watching the polls?
Let me share polls no.
Okay.
Man share from Infitiase no.
Okay.
But me nya impression be say MPP presidential primaries no. this time there may be surprises. We share the political advantage Dr. Bawumia as the then vice president. That advantage will not present itself anymore.
Okay.
The level will be, the field will be very much level. The Chinese say, Oshe Inyama MPP executives, national, Omodi Gu Akwemwa. It clearly points to the fact that Omodi an established person eba in the person of Dr. Bawumia. Now, so Tieti campaigner, Honorable Ken, it is clear said this time, no mistakes about this particular word. Mema will show down.
Yes.
He doesn't want it to happen again. And I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. Almost 2 months early in 2026, we'll have a surprise. But the fact is that anyone say Ombesa Kwakoyi, Dr. Bawumia BM as your flag bearer. Now, so Oshe, the we are Nyabe corner. It will not be the same easy road on in the previous primaries, you know, because Honorable Ken, for example, make you with and quite recently, say Oshe, Honorable Brian Champon, so he is making a lot of waves in the eastern region.
Yes.
Even last week or so, he was in the Greater Accra region. The information I picked, they say, Obon Humoding, in terms of winning the hearts of delegates. And I believe, say, the election will be keenly contested, but Dr. Bawumia may win with a slim margin.
No, okay.
That's how I see it.
But Bawumia might win.
He might win with a slim margin.
Okay.
The surprise that will come in is if Honorable Ken put his house in order, now he is able to convince a lot of delegates. Say, in some moment, who say, on your marketable, on your presidential candidates, he has done and said things. I say he can lead the party now. It can work in his favor. As I speak now, no, what I can say is a lot of people in MPP say, yeah, they can bar. There will be a collateral damage because share the behavior when he was an MP. Share near my course, so it was even alleged recently. No, I think court have indicated. Say the journalist who died, I'm a swallow. Share the appointment of Charlotte Osei in some kind yeah. Share in some Katia Sebi I before I chain then the utterances at a point in time, not against the religious people in this country, pastors. We are religious people.
Yes.
And anything that touches the religious men, we see it with a lot of, disdain.
Yeah.
And I believe, sir, he has a lot of work to do. So, bet me actually say, the Ken you knew in some 20 years ago, 10 or 5 years ago, no, I'm a changed person.
Yes.
And I may occupy the position of president, you know, I'm a different person. And yes, there many delegates in MPP see the former vice president as marketable or contested 2024 when until the neighbor his marketability would not be so much as compared
it's
to Ken.
Easier.
The Chinese say Ken can pull a surprise, but say Bawumia, it is normal for me.
Okay.
Yes.
But naturally, maybe it's the same way. I mean, these two personalities are born within the effect. MPP NDC so, and as much as we know, say Ora John Mahama,
That's it.
I mean, you also coming up with a new candidate. Should they even bring you Bawumia? Granted that they bring you Bawumia, which you just stated that you are coming to sell a new candidate to the people.
Yeah.
Would it work for the NDC?
Kojo that's it. We and Sema say oko grassroots NDC for bisa ye pa. And I think one man made the right chance to explain to them. First of all, Ghana Hanum say no. Bebrena to aba for political parties and not personality. Metrim.
Okay.
Yensha, for example, the popularity of Honorable Gusitano. No one knows JJ 90 for a very long time. Not a stalwart in the NDC. But Yensha the rater, Yakofa Professor John Van Atamos Baye of blessed memory. He was not known in politics, no academia. He was in the tax field. He didn't buy no. In as much as we in 2000, we in 2004, but in 2008, not because of any special quality. Men downplay the fact that Nimpanen so ba okronwane strengths and weaknesses. But I tell you, say, offer these two major political parties now, are they play role power in elections? The fact say they are riding on the back of the political party. And to me, say one thing that can maintain NDC in power in 2028 and beyond. The fact say John Dramani Mahama, His Excellency, to me performing very well. The candidate you are bringing, no, he or she will have the pros and cons there. But the successes of John Mahama no, play more role. Secondly, Kojo, in 2024, Dr. Bawumia, no doubt, you can talk about the personality, some of his flaws. But the fact of the matter is that politics aside, he's a fine brain. I'm being honest with you. But Osha de see here from 2016, 2020, a man for whom say the party he is a member of no, and messy a big time. And Kojo, se me tranaka say me can nyama MPP for ya, na echere a ban na nko ya, and a yampon. And regardless of the fine brain he had, he worked at the Bank of Ghana deputy governor. And nyama oye ye bo akufo e ban of the CD denomination now. He did a lot of work. But the fact is that when the party MPP messed up, it affected him. And Temeka said, yes, MPP could choose Dr. Bawumia. He is marketable. NDC may select Haruna Idrisu, Johnson Sedin Kitia, the current Vice President, Professor Nana Jane, Eriko Poku, Julius Debra, and many others. New candidates. But the fact is that if the economy is going well, inflation, age na ye, a man for to me to adhere, school fees boaba form, the person will ride on the back on the NDC successes. And the fact is that me Kadebia say, yes, I may have who I will support when the primaries is due.
Sure. But
Yansha say His Excellency will succeed first. So succeed here, last me can. Anybody riding on in the boat, you know, will have a smooth sailing. And the can say, if MPP is able to choose Kende Japan, NDC will have a lot of work to do.
Really?
Because, you see, Honorable Ken, or a businessman, Honorable Ken Yobia, even in other political parties, he is liked by people. Oshe Adoya, oh yeah. Sometime if Medina, when you station one,
yeah,
people go there and queue for school fees. And I said, on share NDC, share MPP. Oh, quite the constituency here. I think last 2 years or so, or supported the NDC chairman Neba to go and read medicine abroad, US. Or yeah, idea when you based on his own coffers. Then you buying sika. And the fact is that yes, I want to know so, but some people see him to be the one that can liberate the country. So we have power because Bawumia wasn't an out and out NPP person. Bawumia was brought in. Osha Bawumia ne history ne papa no NDC ni. And Bawumia was virtually poached into MPP. And to see almost all the Ken supporters, almost say Ken has been in the party through the ups and downs. He has been with them when they were in the trenches. He has been with them when they were in power. This is the time to reward him. And the fact is that Bawumia will be relatively easier for NDC because the sins of Bawumia has still not been forgotten. Because the sins are not he was the head of the EMT and the MPP. Now, the way the economy was so messed up now, a man for have not forgotten. Kojo Yamfa, for example, the haircut, of course, a man for investments. There is a belief, say, government bonds,
yes,
is the safest place to invest. For the first time in our history, government bonds, are binding in Satoso. Sebi, omu pension, omu here in row to be able to take and survive, omu pension is Satoso. Kojo Yamfa, the man of setting up Kama group of companies, a very high respected man, who called the medicine industry, pharmaceutical industry. This particular man, became a bonten say, Niseka o here to be able to survive, a buying sadaso. And I believe strongly that MPP, if they want to win in the near future, because OSHA 2028 is gone for them. They can't win 2024. But the fact is that
they can win 2028.
28, thank you very much. Selecting Kennedy Japan for MPP in this primaries, will give them a glimmer of hope going forward. Because I tell you, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia will be an easy candidate for NDC because Mesan Kabiem, Bonnie and we are Bonnie in contest, in governance, no, Ghanaians have not forgotten. Could you share previous election?
No, president.
Thank you. Anybody who says that is suffering from rightful thinking. Because you see,
I'm not the leader. You are saying otherwise.
Kojo, I know you are playing devil's advocate, but the fact is that Ghana card, he took credit for it. Was he the president?
Yeah, because the leader gave him that mandate to do what he's supposed to do, and he did it correctly.
The management team of the economy, was he the leader?
Yes, President Emma no Etna no into your report Emma President.
Thank you very much. It will be the highest form of irresponsibility to claim say their course no the papa na make be but money me can. The analogy of the driver's mate is what one of the things that brought Baumia down. Oka tell me say car na ekono me a mate. Over trotro mate play vital role. The mate controls the driver. If the mate taps the car, the driver will stop. And the fact is that he downplayed his position as a mate, quote, and said the driver is a sinful one. If I were Nana Akufo-Addo, in this current MPP primaries, I would not support Baumia. I will give my support to Ken. Because I tell you one thing, me MPP ni, but if you give me a chance to select 3 people in MPP that I like so much, Honorable Ken number 1, Educhu number 2, Kobe Japan number 3. These are right-thinking people in MPP. I'm telling you.
These are right-thinking people in
MPP that I know. Because you see.
And you deleted Baumia.
I have worked in the education space.
You deleted Dr. Baumia.
He's not part of it. In that space, one minister born who modern power in education was Educhum. I always say it. He once came to one school in Dansom and I met him. I told him, say, I wish he had been in Ghana earlier to transform our education. He did a lot in the sector. Japan. As secretary for the MPP, I like people who are forthright. So I can't AIA or can't BAB. That is why I'll be shaking if MPP brings Boache Jakun as their chairman. Because you see, people like that, they are not they almost without say but the fact is that I tell you, MPP will choose Baumia again because the system is skewed towards him. But the fact is that when they bring any other person, the record of John Dramani Mahama will play a role, and regardless, 2028 is far gone. MPP must chase it.
All right. But I see Bebre Natural, but I say, Yedin Komo Alpha a Pools, now the man, lawyer KK Sebe Eso Atenase, member of the MPP communication team in our face, or sign a Ken campaign team. Right, Biaboko there.
Nyamiadum.
Nice. Yeah, they're ready. I say. Quick one now for you other matters. Na me ne train di ehun komo. Pools ban and say Dr. Evans Pools or they buy do ya tilt to your candidate. I mean leading as of now. Since September, you can say there. That was last month, and they na Ken and na Elidi. We just had a discussion with him in your call through the Pools and all that. Your take on that, Nafi? Other matters.
Yo. Kojo, good morning to you. Good
morning.
Brother Nitrin, and then our listeners and viewers as well. Nyamiase mpembeso dia ba bedri. Na Kojo ansa na no enra bibi koso wo ebri.
Okay.
Hu papa. On say yemofra no ebie school.
Yes.
Enra from Anopa be 8 a.m. That was when I drew. Na me return from Koforidua area and I feel so 10 p.m. Every Jina 4 hours.
Starting from Y Junction, Anna.
So, move Anopano Otra, Tobut na Obeshase.
Are you mensa hona?
Are you mensa? Till so better every girls.
Traffic.
It got to a point that Oma move and I yeah, free Koforidua side a year ban. Yeah, 4 lanes. So there was no way for Omo Monsu free every side ebeba. Wow. Understand this as a result of Nam feels and Kurani B square be a sana hotie. Driver be say from 2008 or started driver quite so whom be that. Obi aso whom be that. Now it's as a result of that's the speculation. A decision taken by the school, particular person in the school. I think say na omo makas na emure school mo omo mobile
I'm not too sure about that. So the mess that was created yesterday, so we should check and then see what we'll do about it.
Sure.
Now, and why a fantastic show. Dr. Dia. Because Dr. Dia means she that.
Okay.
And now, say Oyobia or work in the Japan team, certainly can either in the office or whatever. Yeah, you see, Paul be bar out. Emma can the Japan about 17%. We never condemned it. You catch up say the that's the way to go. Now, say utie analysis of Dr. Dia so they bar. Me say they me who no. Sana research no edeba. But we won't be complacent. It depends on the work I'll be and the months ahead, you know. Said the scenario no ebeti.
Yeah.
So we need to focus and work hard and ensure Kennedy Japan, as he has taken the lead, never to also have a one-touch victory for Kennedy Japan. Zagatu has been very fantastic this morning, except one. Obi wiene na wa me de wan wi amana am de say ba umia be wini aban ba umia wini aban baby ah. On wini aban baby ah. Zagatu research Debbie primary way. Oh Debbie. Dr. Baumia ntimi wini. My brother Metrin, fantastic. In fact, I like people like this. Let me be very honest. Oba criticize Okra, he gives you a lot of respect. Oma me from communication ni obi timi ejina. Said the Maka said Dr. Baumia is not going to win this primaries no. Na waka asem ya afa Dr. Baumia. Who tipa ni Dr. Baumia. One ekra say oni nim de. And it mean NDC ni, but the way we're making a presentation, you know, he will go very far. And that's the kind of people are another the youth now, yeah, but that is the kind of conversation I'm say you have it. Not to just about me, I know you lie and I say Debbie. Wabeni the AV. Baby, I just say, Kojo.
Ah, Wabeni the AV is saying, Ogusu, yeah, also Wabeni the AV.
Oh, that's what, that's your vice president.
That be battle contest.
So the vice president.
Yes.
Oh, I know the Oma. I know the Kojo Oma.
But cake into a bar obey. Would you be surprised?
I will be surprised. So, Oba, I'll be surprised. But me a party ni, the party for Bekasi and then kono.
Yeah, you support. Okay.
But say see, you be me who baby I'm afa. Aduma ma ye. Ebi na na me nua e ka ho asem say. So wo share 23.
Yes.
Election e ko ina. Whoever imagined say Kennedy Japan e bet me across 15%. Whoever imagined. But the man got 37. You see, 37% now unya. No, you're one man. We had 137 MPs. Yeah. Taking him out, we had 136 MPs. So it means out of the 275 constituencies, we had 137 MPs on the control the various constituencies, who campaigned and spoke for Dr. Baumia then. Now, your candidates, as aside your MPs, near saw over 6,000 appointees of government. Kojo kaime nipa no ota Dr. And a cracker obonidin Dr. Kennedy Japan.
Yeah. Yes, I did.
See, they not die honorable Kennedy Japan.
Yeah.
Untimi say obi okrana, it doesn't come to mind. So all these MMDCEs and all the CEOs and other things, campaigned for Dr. Baumia. Dr. Brane Chapon campaigned for Dr. Baumia. Dr. Jum campaigned for Dr. Baumia. And so Ekosi is saying, Kennedy Japan, 37%. See, so you were making some analysis, say, the research now, or Dr. Dia.
Yeah.
The man say, yes, on him, the Oka, while your research and Kasangaza. Nipa, departed from Kennedy Japan. They are not much. Or say it's about 1 or so %.
Yes.
It's not much.
Yeah.
Why? Because the over 37% that Kennedy Japan got in the year 2003, they are organic supporters of Kennedy Japan. Or me nipa bia, enye bibi na be induce yomo because you share financial rewards and I say inducements a be mu a say na Kennedy Japan nyai e dey pushing in over 2003. There are places pooling agents kwa dey bi ni ho. Now so onya 37%. So that 37% is one that we call the organic followers of Dr. Kennedy Japan. Organic followers. It is a said every Kennedy Japan. And now, MPs 87. The 87 now, we are getting not less than 20 MPs minimum. Our Kennedy Japan come. So, Obiasu himself Kennedy Japan now who are in our form because the special delegates, no, I don't know, onya around, I think around say less than 15% or so. But main one will be 37%, and that is now who they know from. It is a sort of one MPs, no. Any former DCs now they cry away about Japan honey. About 30% are wire. Not a form honor. What will be happening down there? It is a sort of one wire. No more from honor.
Okay.
If anybody makes any analysis pointing to the fact that Japan will win the election, now say will be say a bear surprise, and your surprise some of us. What word you may watch? How many times? 2003. And on your nipa bet now studio. Kasi we say so. Ekasama Kennedy Japan. Why never Kasamano? One man on way moving out here. And as someone say, yeah, but yeah, all quite to me about 2028. Na me ya obi sad question na o year no. Dr. Baumia Wakobi. Ya hu in the performance. The whole okachre yen say me the enti amini nechi. And say the okan went me and deliver. Okachre ye say ya man kwan. No onkonko fa zongo votes ni nyeden emra. Onko fa novin votes ni emra. Sa no okachre yen. E ma ye nya ni mugidie. Say yes ye ne kwa ye nya no be ka ho dia agbena ya wie. Ya de ne kwa ye no. Zongo communities in the whole country. Emu baako afanya market so eni etimi win ye. Dr. Bomi Abaka say enya no kre we need be wo TR Media School.
Yes, I've heard this company.
TR Media School. Anu na che say your data man no wayira kakra onti data na o kan Dr. Bomi respectfully onti ase. Because onim TR Media na oni be TR Media wo. Kumase Stadium. No residents now is Zogo community. It is just the name of the polling station. School did in the to but the Nipa net to a Zongo community. Dr. Baumia, omo advising on.
Is it not the party in itself? And I need Jumama Zongo considering to me.
Some I can say. Dr. Baumia say, Famebra.
And so what you did so bit to me.
The bringing of the Zongo people was not the party. Or no, say me. Once I am on the ticket, we will get the Muslims. Once we will get the North. Once I'm on the ticket, that is what he told us. We believe him. He told us, "Mon first year ne mami." And yes, sir. Yeah. MPP the still man and I am farmer.
What the man?
Yeah, the man can away.
Ukraino.
Ekurawan. Kada kwakwa shiwa. Ya nisu abriya yehu de ye na. And then this 40 me catch say my papa aba. No, that is the truth. And this 40 me catch say Kojo topic adba mamin kemi. And this typical say my papa aba. Dr. Baumia say first year show sem. See Kojo de Emma Dr. Baumia me di ne ho ya say pa kase ba kunye. Ni campaign message o de ko no. Asema o person catch nyina ne say ya nhwe. Na say MPP for ya na ma ne ani na ani ye. If we say Obebua Kufuado.
Yes, as vice president.
Yes, 2008 didn't buy you know.
Yes.
Oh, Jana Juma Bank of Ghana.
Sure.
As a deputy, your friend is saying. Governor.
Yes. Yes.
Good, Kojo. As a president, Kufona and deputy governor. It means say a NPP, yeah, Jumano, Canada, Japan, yeah, Jumana, a brand on your party, Nino. Yeah, Jumana, yeah, position, no, and a president Kufuor, a fano, a year, NDC that no call Bank of Ghana. Yeah, rock up not for. And that no call Bank of Ghana. A didn't not the call because no who traces of the NDC, no, and when you move, ne papa, and then ne mammy, NDC for. And yes, you pay and crop of Bank of Ghana, young pay and crop for, and yet ne buy. President Kufuor no, a branch only mude. And so your NDC in Ukraine, the near be a year, me fan deny Majuma, and no fan didn't be a Juma. Our bank, a governor, and your president Kufuor at Nekoye, ya on can say, a year, finance minister, I'm not the phone at nearby, as NDC near the Waba Banco. Kufuor say we are Juma, and Mijini say what being me, Mijini said Dr. Baumia what being, and to Kufuor the nation, why, nay, because Kufuor was operating all inclusive government. Odwaba be your governor. Yeah, I call you Jumani in Ivy. Ya be your governor. A good father so by or say there be a branty. Oh, yeah, dear. It's my running mate. Kojo and you know, you be a question. A dear Ben teacher, you know, isn't it the economy?
Yes.
It was the economy. For you to turn the economy.
Yeah.
That's why he was made the running mate.
Yes.
Now, 2008, or can he unite? Yes, some can. Or say, Ojana Juma and obey running mate. Sabre 2008. Now you're so sure say be winning about. In fact, the first round Akufo-Addo led.
Yeah.
And did not just say you're picking from deputy governor of the Bank of Ghana. Vice president of the land. Kojo, is that a demotion or a promotion? That can only be a promotion. So why is the president, the vice president, Dr. Baumia, trying to massage the things to let it look like, say, MPP muno or Jack Najuma to any demotion? Any demotion, it was a promotion. Any picture. You read Misata. I'm friend is crazy. No, you're governor of Bank of Ghana. Position by so I'm a running mate. Where you're governor ho now deputy governor. Yeah, vice president. Open so say.
But say no a deputy governor no so no under a year. So obo no homo dem na MPP abai no. 2000 one more modern.
Me ba trajectory no in 2008. Utie ne nsem okana. Ye lusu you no so ye den. Obuni ketem pa. E no sa kope na no aduane. It your call. Is it
Greek? ADB
Zimbabwe say okobo mu economy no e 2008 no na Canada Japan enso bu ni ketem ba ya lose election meso me ko America na masa ko emadwuma me we bu ni ketem ka 20 of ke fra obai 2008 ya no ko awie ye no mbeba ma me nwie Kojo na waka gu machi 2008 ya no awie ye obesa aboa me aye no na uja ho edige na eja ho ko ya ka beto 2012 your friend is saying Akufo-Addo was magnanimous enough. Osa fra osa do ba say ya say kuku abin brana bedi na osa bai. Na waba na say yes.
And now can say kuku na abin brana bedi.
Because osi no ni ha.
Yes, but the potential na woni mu no and
it is a potential we all have to struggle. Kojo be the potential ni mu hu. And I'm the two studio and potential be ni mu. Why won't I go and sleep? Na this for kwan kasam kon. Na dru hon mani afrema ba. 2012 also akwa na court enti ema flag bearership na Addison na oye lawyer na ogina mu to any ema the president mo bia nem contest that is all that cannot also fly what I say economy ni so ye do ba ye no ye wie ye no no afri economy aba digital man ama Ghana for ya kwakoto aba Kojo ya lusu 1.7 so the research na mo discuss na when you want to know the actual loss of Baumia sheba bi ejama no Akufo-Addo free and 2024 near BT Mahama 500,000 votes. Say I bet B2 1.7 and there's the difference now no for 500 become 2.3 million votes.
Okay.
That ben da and about me about better to saka we.
Yeah.
And to Mr. MPP delegates. Say baby e jina Kojo midima no si no. Nipa ye hia no. Nipa ye hia say. As for Baumia de nim say okwa omobehwe no. It is clear.
Nipa mu hia ne ye hwan.
Canada Japan. Oh no, NDC, they themselves, they know themselves, say, Papa, we, somebody in a bar. Who goes on him? Can I go on him? No, goes on him.
Okay, Mate. Yada say, KK, yada si pa, se so, the way the one can be part of the point, yeah, and can be hard ye. But actually, many common share other matters. One has to do with the issue of President Mahama encouraging that we should have set aside a court to really deal with Auditor General's report. Now, Ebebana face Galamsey issues and all that. Then we have a Chief Justice issue, so where he's also filing action to stop the vetting and the appointment of a Chief Justice Bafo Boni. And then again, we have a OSP and the Attorney General on Kenoforiata matters arising. I don't know which one you want to pick. Then you can pick on that one, and then we can move with it.
Okay, Kojo, me that say.
Yes, sir.
My fan check I say me boss, the Honorable Ofosu Kwache.
Hey, Felixo.
Felix, Minister for Government Communication, Obojuma. And I'm a penny and the MP for Ablikuma Central Constituency, Honorable Abdul Latif Dan. Also a member of the Gapuha Board. Amobojuma I restructure the ports. Senebeya will rake in a lot of revenue going forward. And I'm a brother, Penyin, so our MC for Ablikuma Central, the Honorable Frank Nkansa, Obojuma. They be a good part. Every sanitation day, no, here say, or partner with the Ghana Prison Service. Now you free a prison for no. On have buana ya paper and put him. When I'm say in that particular municipality no, abuso kan sha yase. and it's a hub for spare parts. And people come from all walks of life to come and buy those spare parts. And here sometimes, if you buy a pa, in terms of Frank and cancer, she said there will be a hunidie or Blukuma Central in Bonabaso. And in Pamian will be a test message. I want you to answer Ken supporters. But a political thinker or a former TESCOM president or UEW.
Okay.
Or say he has no doubt at all in his mind. Say Ken will win landslide 55.7%.
Okay.
And I'm Miami senior, so your friend Mr. Samuel Sapon, or so show year power, so you Ken, the Nipa Power Eastern region.
Nice.
I think the Ken momentum was wrong. Lawyer. I was not surprised I didn't watch him year power because it's a big possibility Ken can win. First of all, Kojo, if our government fights against corruption,
Yes.
President Mahama directs a setup of specialized courts for corruption infractions in the Auditor General's report. Kojo, Ghana the content consume. We shouldn't be political here. So we share the kind of infrastructure we need to grow as a country. Then issues of corruption are there was here share near dealing with it seriously. Esan se sikanka ebetimi akọ the building of hospitals. Na sebi omu yare nya yarehwe no. One person pe ekọ ne botom no odi a na nya de papa. Sikanka ebetimi si more maternity wards, cheap compounds. Na atumi aboa se obi wo sebi krasi bi na awo akana. Yentam nintu awo yamu se omra city. Emenya yarehwe anaso onwo ne ba. Na me did say a deliberate corruption I was here sheni yipa. Kojo, I think last month na me share the Public Accounts Committee omo proceedings in Parliament. Me tin sensen bi na me ka say Ghana democracy e wono aso aboy na say aboy form. Because Kojo me read a lot of history about Ghanaian politics. In as much as I don't believe and subscribe to military rule, but I think say see a that particular regime no so ne advantage a boy in some ways. Esan say Kojo obi ba honum from I think Tamale Teaching Hospital and I say Kolebu. Your kind say obi ewu for the past 12 to 24 months. A ono so ko eye ni bio. That same person is being paid for almost 2 years. Kojo, if you work in the public service and a government institution, there is something called validation. Every 15th of the month, I was said who produce who say I'm on duty. In some areas, you go and clock in. In those less advanced areas, you know, work or sign, actual staff ID. I indicate to say you are at post. Before the 15 days later, you tell end of the month. Into that 24 months now, nimpa ne wu ya besim we ye as a government agency. Once a year ni bi no, you keep paying that person for almost 24 months. The question I ask myself is, when the money is being paid, who goes to withdraw it? Because nimpa ne wu. Memfa say oversight impo and augusutia. We should go into the account and Kojo and virtually see say the money is sitting in the account. But omo koye no na sika ni ya withdraw. Sa nimpa e ba Public Accounts Committee no Kojo, they kind say about 1 or 2 months do the right thing. Kojo, we are dealing with law, but I think say Ghana, most of our laws, you know, it encourages corruption. If we were supposed to be in the regime of the military, that person will be shot dead. And I'll have no sympathy for that person because if you are shortchanging the country, sika nke wose ko aban coffers mu, ni ede ye mpuntu djuma no, uyi na udi. Abra such a person is not at post. Now I agree very well with the president. Say we must get some specialized courts. You see, Kojo, I believe council waha. You see the wheels of justice grind slowly. I agree, but sometimes I also think say our legal process become very very slow based on corruption. Because in TSC say case be court, judge etna case ne so. Now so now case no. Yatna for sometime 2 years, 3 years. Even sometimes when judgment is delivered, you know, na sa nimpa nipo say we free you say. You cannot actually implement the judgment you have.
Yeah.
And I think, sir, if we have specialized courts,
Okay.
now man for who say, okay, Nikodi Abansika, we engage in what we call previously or fast track high court.
Yes.
As assembly kohonoma, they will expedite action, and judgment is delivered. The bad is a man for engaging in corruption. Obesro because them say assembly court, there will be no feet dragging.
Okay.
No judge will engage in what they call the case has been adjourned. It has been adjourned.
Yeah.
Yet it was now assembly court money.
All right.
But I asked myself, say there was CID.
Yeah, you're not
There was Yoko. There was special prosecutor. There was auditor general. All these are agencies. It was say sikasem enyunu, but still sikasem no enyunu. So what shows say if we get this specialized court, things will change.
Okay.
It is about us and our character.
All right. But I say, Keke, my minty underscore na fe other matters in the
Just to add up to what my brother said. You see, sir, public accounts committee ni adie ni nyina no me no de air course no see ka corruption power Ghana ha kojo enye politicians o civil servants. Those directors na adie. Nemo baby a problem ni gina ne say mini ya sad problem no. Because say BBC na si NDC aban so a ye be fa nipa kro na odi bone no near dealing with the person no near play political game me the be share NDC once am dey share NDC say bi nua so no ebehi na no e de boa the party because ye wa your party ti ne wa ha nya ya so be NDC hwete sam ne akwakoto ogu baby because you are politicizing no. Why don't we deal with the people now omo yesa enyambrasem no? Because we need proper leadership in this country. Make up so say ade baako emani nipa no mu bi wo ho no mo a especially within our party. They can't imagine Kennedy Japan being president of the land. Is that there are some of these things chi emane nkoso e wona memu mu. Me guys say enough campaign we dey make atwam na me yokopa baako na Western North for near the Kennedy Japan nam Western North for baby I mean nipa ka say na enye easy o Kojo campaign enye easy baby abobefa baby abobewura aduane abobedi enye brete nma say madam for ne ka kire me I say about we ni we say children ne ka so na say ma okeka kan de ne nya adwuna am say ne asem eso ogum me yenso ye nyoma kakra wo na am say ye ne na bianim say papa no onwum na enwum kina na discussion economy nua kan bibi ba asofo a oni omunya abanta kakra what's the reason when your opportunity obi ade hia na ne tumi obeji a o asofo pepamu nyina amachew o se there be ensem a mekan ne ye nokre asofo na wo kan mo asem o ma ba fie ne na betena se apa ne chew they went to ya ne car or train the car firm wakwakotua duties ni nyina so the pastors themselves they know and as we speak we are with them omonim say Kennedy Japan correct the end no aba for vote into oseme pacho we ni nipa ne ba be maken drive ni ache no e traffic mu no bi za na woni me ono bu Kennedy Japan ba ne me no friend ne papa na ne papa say ma me ni police ni nkasa or the police catch a police fan kokoshim wa drive dangerously there emranya den any how many politicians can do this me say Kojo we dey fear asem so meka say we papa ye ne shut them boardroom meeting na ye no na bibi about corruption akoso no discuss ya na or show when him say if I give you an appointment I'll fire you ne buo fukra to start with they say they wakoye boni awonye boni afet near baros near desre. You can't be with Kennedy Japan and be corrupt. So I should the way a papa nyuma bebreba why in Ghana heya. Sen ka say nka Yoko no gina ho. Special prosecutor no gina ho. CID no gina ho. But papa o kofa no ho be bia e kongofa. He is clean.
Okay.
And if we get the right leadership like Kennedy Japan, your mind no ebe fa no ma pa efra.
Okay. But I say let's when you call other matters then episode or touch on na fe young fancy just 2-3 minutes on that now young fancy na me call other matters.
Former Chief Justice
talk on
files action to stop vetting and appointment of Chief Justice Bafo Boni as new CJ. Kojo, this is much ado about nothing. much ado about nothing. Kojo, I agree, sir. Where we have gotten to know a gray area. Council can correct me if I'm wrong. Sir, we have not removed any CJ in such a manner before in our modern politics. And some of these things are all here, no. Ebema their friend the president. Now, ye jinaso say ebisan CBM say ko say into no ye hwe jinaso. But you see, my discussing issue I discussed several. Say I don't see any error in the process. His Excellency F.S. the former Chief Justice, Jetu Tokono. There is no error. And then I will take my time within the 2 minutes. No?
Yes.
Now, Mama Etiefo who said, Mampini sebi onye bonibia or follow the laid down regulation in the Constitution. Because you see, Council Yahweh, Article 146, Ekano expressly, Article 146 says, or see where the petition is for the removal of the Chief Justice, the President shall, acting in consultation with the Council of State, appoint a committee consisting of 2 justices of the Supreme Court, one of whom shall be appointed chairman by the President, and 3 other persons who are not members of the Council of State, nor members of Parliament, nor lawyers. President did so. Kojo, was there a petition to remove the CJ? Yes, there was. Mr. Daniel Ofori, the petition by. What were his reasons? Several reasons were given. But the committee stood on 2. Sir, we took the husband. And then back on one, they have drawn salaries from the judicial coffers. That was the first one. And also a breach of the provision of Article 296 A and B, where Mr. Baden, your transfer now fail say due process wasn't followed. So first of all, the president followed due process. Committee ni ba and so no your Chief Justice chance. Ebe yi ni ho ano. Of an lawyer are equal to echo to the committee level. Echo yi ni ho ano. The president followed due process. The former Chief Justice has been removed.
Okay.
What I think, they say, she had a chance of resigning, knowing very well, say, the charges against her will see the light of day. She said, you, I believe that, I don't think, say, all the work she has done for so many years, her entitlement should be taken away. I don't believe so. I think that the discussion should be that, now the entitlement she is due, at least, government should pay it to her.
Okay.
Because if you have worked for 25 years, so many years as a judge, and now rising as Chief Justice, that thing, removing you with that entitlement is so bad. But the fact is that she will never come back anymore.
Okay.
Justice Bafumoni will be vetted. The country will move on without this former Chief Justice.
Okay. All right. May I say, Keke, 3 minutes now for you.
May I say, Chief Justice, they make a crowd one.
Yeah.
A baby win me boo because yeah breno senke wanki bi
sure
na correction kakra me can say a bra ye petition against her no she had no right of resigning from her post once a petition and that's the law ontime resigning he has to go through to the end na me beni nyina say otimi fo timi wa oro kawa efo abeti Chief Justice the make one and pay no. You want many and small kind. Or say, as some that court no. Watch it. Say the Chief Justice appoint will be vetted and will be I don't need baby. Timmy for and I don't make cover from a betty any day. Me I don't need to find side. Kojo. Last week is because already on a question. Last week calls are minyan na a dozen. A fat massy.
Yes.
Me am boni pa bibra man but mo say no o ma frefre pa me da se bebre. So last week me say date no nya mai.
Yes.
Nya me adoma me dey be na wotwe. 1st November.
Okay.
2025 year.
Okay.
And na ye be a year no e wo asanteme mu tikrum a be etwoso.
Okay. And HW TV no so okay. All right.
Tikrum RC Primary School park na so
okay.
Anopa no nsia to anwumre no nsia.
Okay.
Nti yes to ensafre ejamfo ene adofo nyina say ye de hye Reverend Rose Jemfi. Ye maame prekope. Masi nimpon ankasa. Ono ne didi maame bi di ye kojo no pa me gidi se wate ase.
Mate ase pa.
Ye se na minya bi di a.
Yes.
Masi ada.
Mate ase pa.
Enti du adofo.
Natural practice.
Mate ase.
Wate kasa.
Enti
so what team wo honde mate ase.
Asam nso a me de meka galamsey no nam de twa to 1 minute.
1 minute. Keto ebi.
Ahu de
Ghana water.
Ni dini ya me de
Muta wakili.
Wakilo.
Yeah.
Ahu de woka. I say there is a planter we are losing about 64 million Ghana cedis as a result of galamsey.
Yeah.
Uko baby so a ye nya economic benefits ewo.
Yeah.
Ene o kan say ya sha say kransuo na de ebe hu nye ni ene se che bi atomo ba ko no so ya to ba mi ensem de ya no say ye nka no kra bi nkire ye hu ne ye hu say asema me be kan din ba ye no kra kojo se ye ma ye leadership role a ye manfo no o man ni mu nyina no nim dia leaders ne wo no nye na dodo na awo eti ese leaders ne boa ne adwene yie e ma o manfo no na nkesi mu sen e na abato duru so a obi a wasai wunsuo yesa akoto abama no o se galamsey fo na jiska no na o mu diska na kwakọ she campaign mu ne asa ato aba e di ama o enti yasai wunsuo ene sa 64 million na Ghana sika e de kwakọ cleaning insuo no in effect galamsey ya ne bottom na kwakọ di o ono na nya aso mfaso ensu a wo se ye import ono pure water rubber mkra ono mu bi because wo sika so also import eyibra obetimi ye import aba enye bi bia na politicizing no ye go straight they deal with the matters na Ghana enfa no ntuma pemfra ko me da se bebre
me da se na twen me da se Radin Shop me da mo nyina se 9:32 is the time you must call na tena se ye ni nkomo na fe nhwe de call when it comes to land issues na face so land acquisition na ye ne a must con for Indi Nkomo the best place to buy land, the best place and the safest Imascon and I know more Eddie Nsawoso no into the Mascon why ready I am na fe amount for 80
me da se eusian for ye ni kanfa enchia sonko a emo duru emre etiefo nyina da ba bibia da mo hwe yen eni ba bibia mo tie yen wa fidikasie so ni ensan so emmo maba so na ye nam ase ni enka senyankopon on hira mo papa every sadani da nyina ye beba mo nchen ye beba afidikasie so eni mo ba bedi nkomo no munya abotre eni adaje etie yen sampa ye free Imascon Estate Ghana Limited aso ye dibre mu nyina da mugitum na afemu tu anamon so di echi eni ye koyen sasene so edimoni wa krotwa wisie yi ekoye sade yen sasene esitie na mo banso a ho ani gie eni ho donti mo beto bi ema sabra me kasa mo dodo no wada mo ba beto ensase bia muguso mo sum adan eno ntini ye bom abaso se motu anamon aji atum se ampa se Imascon Estate Ghana Limited yani eni adwumakuo ba kopa ye ton sase a manso sembiada eni so wo haw biada eni akire ya woto ya sase a woni langard ni biada eni asem woni wahini biada eni manso twen afen so woni abusuan pani ana abusuani biada eni wo haw biada e wakire ni nyina no etwa kosi se Imascon Estate Ghana Limited ye toto ye nneoma ye bibia ye biade ye make sure se edane kwam efisa ade ba ko a ya ne se wo bi beko dwom wo bi beko afuom wo bi beko nadwuma mu obeko akobra atempenten kwa emfifre be sam no enya sanketwa na se nipa kronyame ato ne nsam wadwene sa daache bi one nabusia wo so mutinya ba bi di o mutiri eto ane mponya asase bi no bi e company kakra wo so sade be ya woni nabusia fonso won sabetima ko ma no na fe bewia so beto asase ne bewie no na asase na ne nsanka sika no nso ya nsa mo kire amfa ma no na fe kura de twato no se ye ba beku no ana ye betete no ebasa eyo hawo eno na Imascon Estate Ghana Limited ye de yesese subambone no ye mfie ho enhyemu da biarata na ye de ye bema bibia adanso ye bema bibia aye different from one omo aka no efise yesi opani e woda ye dwumakoi ano wo ye opani bia tes wo di ne huni ankasankasa wo mfani nya mesom so eni agro onse de biamba no maka chew ese owura hope gati wo ye asore kase bi elder e wo Ghana hanum seye enu ti de bia don na adwumafo ne ye behia no efutuo ba ko de man se odi asempa ene adwumefo maka mesrɛ mo bibi biada mo ye biada no monhwɛ sɛ ɛmfa nimguaseɛ ɛmfa mmerɛ yɛn afei nso monhwɛ sɛ bibi a mo ye bia no ɛnam nyame kwan so ebisɛ de yɛyɛ wɔ asase so nyina da no daateɛ nkɔm ɛkɔ akɔpi ɔkɛseɛ n'anim ne akɔ akɔbu atɛn ɛno nti monhwɛ mo nneɔma ne mo bibibia ɛyie mɛmia ne adwen da sɛ adwuma yɛyɛ no yɛkɔ akɔbu obi afa so ɛba saa no a ɛde asɛm bɛbrɛ yɛ daateɛ nkɔma ɛno nti wohwɛ pani a wɔte sɛ yi na mparampa ne nnuane ampara wobi bia yɛatɔ nsase ɛde ama nom ɛwɔ yi maskon yɛ adwuma ne mu yɛ nsase a ɛwɔ tropoli yɛ ɛno ɛwɔ greater Accra region yi mu ɛwɔ tema ɛne dowe nyakwan no so no ɔnsɛ obi bia ne hɔ a yɛde asase bi ama no ne yɛbu nafa so da biara da wobi bia de ne hɔ a yɛde asase bi ama no ne ɛbɛwi aseɛ no akɔyɛ asɛm ne nyina no ɛyɛ nokwaredie nti ne asan so abamaso yɛ bio ɛfiri sɛ susu for land promotion baako no ɛyɛ no a ɛkɔɔ na ɛwiɛyɛ no mo agye yɛatom na ɛno ane nyame aboa ama pani kwankyerɛfoɔ wɔda yɛ adwumakuo yi ano wɔwura hope gati wɔdi ne birthday ɛno nti wɔse birthday no a wɔdie no wɔpɛ sɛ wo nso wotumi nya so mfasoɔ wɔpɛ sɛ wode wo ho ɛhyɛ mu bi sɛda bi abo nsampa sɛ wɔpani no adwuma a wɔhyɛ no yɛne wo ana wo ana wɔno ana ɛhyɛ ɛno nti saa birthday yi a wɔdie yi wɔsɛ akakra bi nsona bronya no yɛdi ane sa ne sɛ ɛdi firi saa bosomi ɛkɔ bosomi a ɛyɛ du baako no na afei yɛate ɛde asim ɛwɔ bronya bosomi no no ɛyɛ bronya naa ne yɛahyɛ aseɛ no ɛno nti ne wɔ sɛ wɔkyɛ wadeɛ enti adeɛ a wɔde kyɛw deɛ di kan no ɛne sɛ yɛn nsase no a ɛnkane no na one plot ɛyɛ 32,000 cedis no ɛnɛ yi yɛate so ama no aba 24,000 Ghana cedis hwɛ na yɛ 32,000 Ghana cedis ɛna me ne wo ɛkasa yi ɛnam sɛ ɔpani no wɔdi ne birthday na afei bronya nso ɛdura wie enti no ɛyɛ birthday ɛne Xmas promotion ɛkyɛ sɛ ne mmienu ne yɛaka bom yɛ a yɛyɛ wo promotion ɛde ama wɔ a wɔse wɔde biribi ɛɛkyɛw yɛ a ɛne sa asase no wɔse nkane deɛ no a no wɔtɔn ne 32,000 cedis no ɛnɛ wɔse fa 24,000 Ghana cedis bra ne wɔntwa bi ɛmfa ɛma wo na wɔyɛ wɔ yi awie no wɔse wɔmpɛ sɛ ɛbɛka hɔ a ɛne sɛ wɔpɛ sɛ wonya biribi ɛfiri ne birthday no a wɔredie no mu ɛna afei nso so bronya no a yɛba abɛdie no mu ɛno nti wɔse berɛ a wɔatɔ asase no awie yɛ a ɛyɛ 24,000 Ghana cedis no wɔse wɔbɛkyɛw ɛmu kotokuo baako 1 bag of rice kɛseɛ no bio wɔanya nketenkete bi daabi 25 kg deɛ no wɔkyɛw baako ne wɔsan so akyɛw anwa ɛyɛ cooking oil ɛno nso kɛseɛ baako ɛde apɛ so ɛde ama wo menua wompɛ wei na kaya matuam ɛna wopɛ anaa wɔn yɛne no yɛdwumakuo no yɛto yɛbo asetena se ɛpena ne nneɔma hwɛ nipa wasetena mu sɛdeɛ ɛbɛyɛ nneɔma bɛgu ɛde ama wo na wɔn nso watumi anya akwanya na watumi ato asase pa no bi na wɔnya baabi de wotira to ɛno ɛne yɛbota yɛ sonko a imaskonfoɔ ɛsi yɛ ne so ɛno nti ana wɔpani ne ɛrekasa ne birthday no wɔn pɛ sɛ ɔno nkwa bɛyɛ pɛsɛ mu nka no adi ano ne adwumafoɔ nkwa daabi na ɛyɛ Xmas na ɛba so bronya no nso no wɔpɛ sɛ ɔnya so mfasoɔ nti ana wɔyɛ wei ɛde ama wɔn na hyɛ no nso sɛ wɔn ani deɛ ɛyɛ cash down abusua ebisa show from 32,000 cedis wate so about 24,000 cedis 8,000 mua and wate ɛde afiri so ɛde ama wɔn 8,000 mua and wɔyi ɛde afiri so ɛde ama wɔn sɛ fa 24,000 bra na saa bɛgye ɛmu kotokuo baako ɛne cooking oil anwa wei ɛyɛ cash down wo ba ya na sɛ wɔde wo kɔ asase no so ne wakɔ akɔte ɛde ama wɔde to hɔ a ɛnyɛ naada asɛm sɛ kɔbra na kɔbra daabi yɛde aka kyerɛ sɛ yɛnte sɛ binom wɔbu ama nneɔma a wɔhyɛ no pani no krampa wo hu no ɛnso mo a mo ne yɛakɔ asase nso mo di adanseɛ ɛsɛ ɔpani kwankyerɛfoɔ no wɔwura hɔ bugati yɛne no ana ɛkɔ wɔno ana di anim kɔtwa asase no ɛde ma wɔm wɔno abɛdi anim ayɛ nkratasɛm nyina da ɛde ama sɛde bia woni wɔ hɔ biada ɛwɔ akyi na wo mmerɛ ɛno nti wɔakyerɛ sɛ imaskon yɛaboa yɛ ho ane yɛsi yɛba bɛboa wo afei sɛ wopɛ half plot nso a ɛno nso so yɛbɛtwa ɛde ama wo ne nyinaa no ɛne sɛ Xmas promotion no ɛne birthday no ntia na wei no ɔnsɛ baako na twɛ mu kɔyɛ no na half plot no na ɛyɛ 16,000 Ghana cedis na ɛyɛ 16,000 cedis nanso ɛna mɔpani no birthday a wɔredie no nti no wɔso wate 4,000 ato nkyɛn ɛno nti bra bɛfa no 12,000 Ghana cedis 12,000 Ghana cedis menua we die che se eda form boko sepin for nantie no enu nti fa ho be hyem na wo nso enya mfa so afiri so tie nie we ya wo yi 4000 afiri so se fa 12000 be fa no enso ho ada o wo se wo person sa chewade enu nti emo no eye rice no wo nkotokuo no 10 kilograms die no enu nso wo chew baako no asan so achew anwa bottle kase baako e de aka ho entime se che se owura hope ye kwa na to bia ye ntenase ye tim sansa na anten ana otimi ye numa bia tese wo se hye nyame na se menye fi se nyame se menye wei emwa nipa na nipa setre mu enyoma ntimi nkoye mini agye no besi na baabi asase no won ye mfa nka ho ebusia ye no medi kan no eye 0553 840 646 0553 840 646 and 0553 838 730 0553 838 730 and 0209 155 437 0209 155 437 abusa yen sase no ewo Tripoli na Tripoli ye kemita kan wansam e de chewa fidie so ese ewo Greater Accra region ya emu eni voter region enu tisha no so ewo tema eni dowenya kwan no so wotatama kakra bi na so kwa nima bonse dowenya ene ohim na wudu dowenya eho ena Central University wo ewanso na Saglema Affordable Housing ewo wudi free samia mienu ayabodin eko eye Tripoli baabi ensase no wo no ekwan enwa 5 minutes pe na sisi ana waduru ho na akodu asase no so America kan wansam dada e de atron asase ni da so flat eni da nsuom eni da techim engu bi pa yasem ana bi positive no akase bi nsuo to a ebe yira fawo yensase so ya register nyina kama ana title so da so ntia registered lands ana sire title lands ebusan your office no ya was Sprinters Road Community 18 Junction Sprinters Road Community 18 Junction yani Allied Filling Station wo kwan no so ena edim hwani mu yesan ben KFC baabi omoton aduan nanu nti hye no so ne bomodin abra fa bi tese bra we de eye cash down one we de 24000 de yagum wa 8000 ye year free so ye be sa chew emu kutokuo kese ba kon 25 kilograms ena oil kese and half plot no so eye 12000 ye be sa chew mu kutokuo ba kon no so 10 kilograms ena cooking oil Ejadie no mesini yen sorry so. Eye 0553 840 646 0553 840 646 afi 0553 838 730 0553 838 730 and 0209 155 437 0209 155 437 Imascon Estate Ghana Limited. Abusia imu dekeke nyame onhira
wo so ya da se. And a happy birthday to you, Joseph Bejina. Joseph Bejina, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you, Joseph Bejina. And then a happy birthday to Nana Ya Ofosua Echampon, CEO of Suggest Story Forest. Happy birthday to you, Nana Ya Oforiwa Echampon, CEO of Suggest Story Forest. Happy birthday to you. And then a happy birthday to you, Omar Nazir, from Salamatu and Janut too. Happy birthday to you, Omar Nazir. Happy birthday once again. And then a happy birthday to you, Fabo Reku. This is from your brother Kenny. Happy birthday to you, Fab Radin Shrow. Happy birthday to you. And then happy birthday to you, Apontua Frederick Ammonia. Happy birthday to you, Frederick. Happy birthday to you once again. And then a happy birthday to you, Efia Ohenewa of Pechi number 1. This is from Esumedu Sowa of Kessben Media. Happy birthday to you. And then a happy birthday to you, Felicity Frimpong, a fire service officer at Bekwai. Happy birthday to you, Felicity. God bless you. And then a happy birthday to you, Victoria Owusu of Lakeside Estate. Happy birthday to you, Victoria. God bless you. 9:45 is the time where you Kessben 92.9 and face your Kessben TV.